Yada wa say Oheneba Boamah Bennie so yeshia Gumbe time me Gumbe mu basa ene ampaye bedwan sabebre asikrom ha de ya papa de oman no ehwehwe no yebeka e de akere o automatically etomre bi a nipa bi wo ho be feel head kakrabat ni nyina no eka adwuma no ho say ye ya de say ye nsantwerefo adwuma nte say de obi ye ne de a say de tie bia no one day be kan ni say o shoe mu be ye now so sanity another Gumbe ya traso a ye beba ban nsem nim nyina ade aguo amagana ni bia ehunu de ekoso ewo man Ghana mu ene ye beba wura aye obo ase asem ya asi wo ho no ye be wura mu ampani akufo ado and ye the brain behind of the SCA ewo obo ase sesi a. Now I will tell you the reason why by the time we analysis no edi be wie no nkrata ewo fi ha figures ewo ha nsem asie ewo ha ye be wuram ne yedi nkomo but before no me ntwa me homra ye ba ye betrase ne yedi nkomo kan me ba sia.
Hey, why fish? Someone you would know. And my man who say I can't want some. Who can't stop Papa see ya no baha, none nasa tataya, or Casano didn't Sakatano. Anne, but we didn't say Papa.
Matilda Mocanina, Spanish garlic mixture, and then a capsules at aroma, and I'm a pomodressa.
Wow, why a nice Sankasa, Spanish garlic mixture, and then a capsule. A woman bought your dear for Sunday with the Pedrianum. Now a voice is a bro, I want to chew hypertension, a tick or a store, will be a target to ten temper. Gas is now yum, a macra, a mania mum of future crumina, a torch, we broke a water avian, a friend and Hoyan.
Anti as no Spanish Jinko capsules, Hannah.
Spanish Jinko, and with the Yanura, watch free, Jinko beloba, and soya oil moon, and my wife Jomo Daho.
Martin say I anti-aging and a good retentive memory.
Now you're Tony Henny.
Antec Herbal Center for and then pharmacies can make an herbal shop. A painful about more money for them with the infidum and come. FDA, AG, a gradient cratry.
If I cry, no minisika, etia yemi fui.
A for pa na menya busia, edia tre me jumaimu.
Kai cry, my bre, me busia, ato taxi for Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yamamwa kwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ya wonhye ya hodo bi te se dwadifo abosia, ekokro bosia, susu account. Ene da so wo savings account. Me bada chain savings account. Ene de akeka ho. Suhum Rural Bank was 03422919896. Na won so wetumi aka se.
Suhum Rural Bank. Ama ene mayeka una.
Suhum Rural Bank. Enti me pa minie.
Me damwase.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
And then come on, why you baby in for penny paper fato. Or calculator for biton. It drew our time we are. You won't say aquano. Be fire ne. Be fire brutal. And then me she and some gukrum ha. We am a vessel. Sha. Debbie Amekase. Me metra TV so and a radio so keke. Yeah. Thorough investigation and sana. The Piabontia Becassa. Because a young man pay as some of Becabino. No be a quarter baby was oboa, in Pensa. It debiano a young man pesame trasi. A does to fan someone sana macassa. But the day ye be dinkomo. A dear be a coso ewo oboase. Na oboase asade kodiano akoso no. Ama emabunu be 300 ehwa koka dwemu. Ewo mine shaft emu. Na mine shaft eye den. Mine shaft eye ade a ye fam esane ekwa asase na se anase ye fam ede fro eba asase no soro. Etomre bia yetumi eyusu eye mining lift ni bi. Ye de asane yakọ ne ye de aba. ne hono aba be the only way a eboa ema mo sane kɔ asase ne mu ekokoye efam agudie eho adwuma na enkomo no nyina ene say Anglo Gold Ashanti ena akwakwa create all these mess aka ne your friend Obuasi Gold and your friend Anglo Gold Ashanti na enkoma ebeboa wene amwate ase ne say Womampani Akufuado is the brain behind Wahau any amania ato emrantie any maba wabe 300 ewo Obuasi no. He is the brain behind it. Our president is the reason why our youth are suffering in this country. Our president is the reason why Yenuyanum has been trapped under, as I say, in the belly of the earth. And the reason why Yamam Rantie ya trap womono and say President Akufuado and ye brain behind what is going on. Mami Shas Yemi Anglo Gold Ashanti aye company na ewo ho efritete ye tu efama gudie ewo Boase. In 2005 and President Kofo eton ye shells ya ye wonyina no ade ema South African company Ghana and na the majority shareholder. In 2005 and President Kofo ton ye share ye wonyina ade ma South African company na Anglo Gold no oko America ye wo Anglo Gold America ewo ho ye wo South Africa Anglo Gold wo ho and ye wo Anglo Gold Ashanti ewo Ghana ha sabre na Obuasi Gold Fields na 2005 President Kofo eton ye shares no that is a Ghana for ye ni hwe yadia aka eye taxes a yebedie ene royalties kakra yebedie no ena na aye yadia aka ne ye ni shares bia wom biem enti adwuma no boka wo adwuma ni nyeska wo na ye ni chefa ewo adwuma ni mu ebiem I will also say wa bra President Kofo ye na dwen say wa beton this company no ye were two companies and emergy ye so munya wa beton Ghana shares a yenya ewo mu no. Now these two companies, one day Anglo Gold Ashanti and the next one was called Round Gold. Round Gold, no country director, Gabi Asari Ochredako. Basabre no, nani nuya bemu. Yet the Round Gold, the country director, Gabi Asari Ochredako no. One more bed no and Society and Anglo Gold Ashanti, which was a South African company, and when a bed no. Now, omo wene bed no, they started say, omo beye adwuma said ye beya, enuoma ebetumi akoso. Ama womo susika womo de ababe wura mu no, etumi akoyie ede amomo na ade ebisiye. Womo ba no, omo yo madwen say, womo ba beye de efre no eye deep mining. Asase ne yam. Echechemu kire say, gold no okona okokodu asase ne yam hono a. Etrisensuo mehu bi da emu sana manfo ka eti omokofa company bi eba ya na sa company ne yefre no MBC aya Anglo Gold Ashanti no ekofa a company ne yefre no MBC a wo masem o kan ye ne say that company called MBC no wo mu anim efama gudi a ye to ne deep. Etom kofa sa company no MBC no ebai so mumra me deep mining emfama won na wabra MBC nso baaye no omo so be start eye surface mining omo ntumi anko deep enti engineers na ye adwuma den no majority of them started complaining say MBC eba be replace an South African company Anglo Gold Asante ni woma ba so momra me adwuma no woma ba ye ba bedru ye wo so mo so ye deep mining no omo so ye surface mining eti emwa ema de omo ye no etumi enkoso ema won so 2010 2011 company no ehun say one omo baka because omo ntumi ye deep mining two enuoma mienu ana omo gina so wonim say na do dan kwa kufu ado obeba no omo de Anglo Gold anasa Asante Gold na aguni e close ne down adi ye campaign na atomre bia wahu atomre bia eya me tratra ne be bisa me ho say sa woman ne ye friend Ghana na ade no efa John Dramani Mahama ho a ye wo sade ye sika no fa ana efa ndisi ho a chapter no eye different ana asem no efa NPP ho so a eya ye kan different na I will say 2010 2011 during the time of Professor Mills gold price reduced from 18,000 per annum to 11,000 per annum. Enti Anglo Gold Asante ehu say one omo ntumi nya deep mining. Two, gold price world market and reduce drastically and reduce more from 18,000 to 11,000, 7,000 difference. From 1,800 to 1,100. From $1,800 per annum to $1,100 per annum. So who say a can too much at the amomo. So they decided say we be shout down the company kakra. Now we aye another research into a kwanya we be faswa we be to me aye the deep mining no. Et we confer company me from Australia. Australian company. And we be conduct research no. In 2015 and a company no area so my research in area. During that time no na dwuma fo a eye adwuma e wo Boase Gold was 5,300. Direct and indirect jobs was 5,300. So they laid all the workers off. And the catch workers and say Anglo Gold Asante a person was sending no mam. Eti adwuma fo a eye adwuma ho ni nyina no obi a enko. After research, no, Wamu said they need investors. Wamba to me invest sika not less than $1 billion. Not less than $1 billion. Wamba to me invest here and no and a babuomo amomo to me a common. So Omo say Omo kwa an investor to invest $1 billion into Asante Gold. So they sold the company and left. During that time, no, President Akufo-Addo ye campaign. Ama campaign no, what the yansama hodwa ka ye say, NDC egu Boase Gold. Wabro Mpani Akufo-Addo ba ebe betre konya so no. Ana companies no Obiba say, okay, they just want to invest. Now, almost 881 million Ghana cedis and a buy it in common. A company what should sika not less than $1 billion. Not less than $1 billion. No invest when the company mu said you about to me deep mining, no to me farm more workers, no more to me a year jumano. Woman penny Akufo-Addo ba konya so a company bia unity some percent or more invest 881 million Ghana cedis. President Akufo-Addo ne dom accepted it and imposed it on the company. So mumiano one be a company we otumfo kobi workers are na 5,300 no this time round no both direct and indirect no omo your margin say on befa workers of 2,500 na 2,500 no any direct workers are omo no mo ba be adwuma no du obanu aduane mesini carpenter ni bibia wo ho de otoduane we area ho ayama no ho kwan say yenye we de obeto nsuo de obeye we doctors e behwe won ene na sefo nyina no ene ya kan nyina bomu a eye 2,500 it is we all these workers ni nyina de free mu a na workers o mo fa ye kra no enu 1,000 workers a company it me employ nipa more than 2,000 and 5,300 this time I employ direct and indirect workers, which is 2,500. President Akufo-Addo accepted it. A company, it is so tenacia, now about 2,500 and over. About 2,800 workers. Yeah, you lay one more off, no? I'm to me, my year, Juma Beam. Omoba no number can say I can no ane de lift ana e de sane e de course asana no this time no monye so moye be ye no modernized way of doing mining it cars no be sane akwasa asana se eno podi e bone bi anim se no de obia ehia adwuma ye de modern technology ene na sefo e de be wurawura ma adwuma na tumi akoso it na ne kwan so eno no na minianom President Akufo-Addo ama workers over 2,800 actually omajuma. Company na wahwehwe sika not less than $1 billion no. Obi the 881 million Ghana cedis. Ya anu even 1 billion Ghana cedis impo. And they accepted it. Na mame kire wade bi baby a ehu e this contract. And the aya ama emrantie over 300 ya trap wo mo e wasase yase no mame kire mo am say enkrofo no ba betu gold awo yaman mu the new contractor President Akufo-Addo ene ne dom ene na ban ene wo mo san ye no a kire say ye gold no akoka company nensa for 22 years. Tie komono. Obia wadi 881 million Ghana cedis. Abewura project mo no. Obetu gold no for 22 years. Inside the 22 years, no, Ghana sika ye benya ni wom corporate tax. And then I say for 22 years, no, ebeye $2.16 billion. Okay, your royalties, your corporate tax, and then I say for ye benya $2.16 billion. Ghana for me person me name yes simple analysis bi o ha. Before say Owura John Dramani Mahama obefre konwa so in 2016. Tie komoni yo. Before say Owura John Dramani Mahama obefre ya konwa so 2016 no. Na wakwa kwaje syndicated loan. Ya na ye $2 billion. $1.8 million eba wo manimu. $82 billion. Say if Ghana ye koko etumi ma ye 1 year $2 billion adenti na wasi ye ni gold edema will be for 22 years $2.16 billion. Minianum Mama yemisa sanse misawi. Ye koko 1 year. Ama ye $2 billion. Omampani akufo ado ba ye mpo a koko yan tomashi bi em no. Ye na koko na nimagu ase no. Every year okwaje syndicated loan of $1.3 billion. 82 years ye koko ama ye $2.6 billion for 2 years. But the acquisition contract ya royalties near BB Benyano. I just $2.16 billion for 22 years. And so far, company what the 881 million Ghana cedis. Ababe project muno. Waman penia kufuado emano tax exemption of $300 million. I am some common woman in no money need the American nachi. The American say, I'm go that Santa Ghana say, Kofona ton ye. Kofona ton Ghana, yes, sir, and what of what's gold? Yeah, near friend and go that Santa no, or man peninda that Kofona ton ye. Or 2005. Owura John Dramani Mahama ba ye no. Na company no, na djuma waye ne ntoto ye, ewiase adwama nyina so no, na gold bo akofom. Secondly, company omukofam aya, wo muka so mo na deep mining enfam omo no. Company no entumi ama me ye adwuma no, amfama won ye frɛ no MBC. Company no entumi anya adwuma no. Eti company no entumi anya adwuma no. Ekwambe na wase ye fa so. Na waso mu close on down. No mu kofa Australian company. Ebe a research edema won kwanyo betumi afa so a won betumi ye deep mining. Many of them Ghana for. When they started this deep mining adwuma a company na nka waso discover no. Some company way at the 881 million Ghana cedis. Wabra na company no ehwehwe $1 billion. I know some woman say this contract yes can ye benyan wom for 2 years royalties taxes any bibia no ye kan nyina bomu a $2.16 billion. A company Wamu to God for 22 years. You are the 881 million Ghana cedis. Ababewura contract muno. Omampani akufuado emane tax exemptions of $300 million. Company na for workers 5,300 no, and the oma for workers 5,300 no. Na your direct job. Omo ya for moduma. Indirect jobs na nka ho. And the direct and indirect 2,500. 82,800 workers actually omojuma. But omampani akufuado ejina so the campaign. So we are John Dramani Mahama agu company no na bia no. He many anum Ghana for. Many anum Ghana for. And come me pesa me nemo. Edi ne nene se womampani akufuado ameboa Ghana wo na emom wabema Ghana bofam say to waka ya womampani akufuado beba power no o promise say woba obe reduce corporate tax ade ama wonwa wo kofa nu woma beton na wonwa wo to gold one de obe pagem. Minimum say mining companies etua corporate tax of 35%. Wamampani akufuado pagam to 32. Instead of say 35%, Owura John Dramani Mahama penso no mutua no. na nadu dan kwa kufu adu kotena ekyiri wotena hwa as usual na abofo ne sane begu ne so no ofa pen ni paper wasi corporate tax ya eye 35% no wate so the ama mining companies no aba 32.5%. Right? Medianom from 2017 to 2019 at the BBC ene ya mene mo kase small scale mining ya na a support to mine no mo mine ko nanim no President Akufo-Addo agu no eno ma che mining ne dia mo ho in the name of community mining. When you NPP ni ya ukra NPP card ya we non NPP member community mining when you been to eno ma science ase amo mampani Akufo-Addo ankasa ne gadi mu ye tu galamsey eti emrantia ne tena ho a wo munya bi ni adwuma from do ani e form over 5,300 no eno mo nyina atefie amra no so ma sane mu pen wo ma ya adwuma wo mu pen wo mu nim sane ye hote enti akokwa babu mu akwatafo na adwuma no ye tena ha ye bewu ye kwaya ni me bewu ene ye bekọ ne yewu enti so metena ho no ma wu de they will move forward no ma kwaku anene ama oboa semrantie 300 akoka menemu mama yeni sankomo yeni hwade yese emrantie over 300 no makoka menemu no ahun koma tesen enkomo ni obianu se mine shaft biano sani pa ko pempo ewu asa mine shaft ni mu a eyentam kese ayasemu a yatumi gira so a revoke license every one sam it is a mine shaft we ya adwuma wom na wo wi a ana wo mining bond tokuro no we ya adwuma wom na wo wi a wo protect no wo bo ban sabe ba ya obi ntumi nko wom etumi ma yemisa angogora sante say adia bambo no mo de toto ho a etumi ma nipa 500 ana 300 etumi ko wura sa tokuro no mu make say abutu gold etu amu na mu oska eti sesi amene o kasei wo makwa kofo sojafo ababegu ho nipa 83 nipa 48 ana dika pieye 48 no mu pieye no yate wo nyina akwa kogum emrantie na wakuram ho no omo se wo ntwe ema saade ne nkoso etime ne ukasei ene oboase kuroduam ayese wo mama yankonkohe de ekoso e wo boase sesia
Yes, stay calm. They are pelting stones. Yes, stay calm. They are pelting stones.
Urade. Hwe. What would say ene anwumra ye news ye ka say the akoso no a national security threat. And command me ne wudi ye nyina no atre say anka yama wo bia woni sika ano wosi kakase de bebe wuramu a anka by now Anglo Gold Ashanti de ntoma pafra amemrantie ne mabawa more than 5,000 6,000 ebetumi anya adwuma ayo yaka ya no mantie wo nuoma ekoso etwia yato no ha wie kete adanya obuase mrantie 300 akowura mnam akopadiom bedie because akufuado agu small scale mining adani ani ayen community mining edi amana busuafo edi amana sonom edi amani nuanom ana seso mutu wonya MPP ni a woye non NPP member ukura kada sa godu no wuntubi ana wonwa wonam mrakwan so ekode concession no yade afuro mu nsam eti mrantie no eni adwumaye akomu kuwon wonim ni obedie ani ayen sani nkwamra ni mu natie ade amasade wei aye hu no ana mebe ka kire wei tie nkomo no the amasade wei aye hu number 1 and say mrantie 500 atumi organize wo mo ho atumi akwa menani mu mrantie 300 a organize wo mo ho akwa menani mu obi ehu won omo chefom emu 48 NAP the rest no ho sabakum papo ewua womampani akofo do sojasa wode akogu obo ase no entumi nsevu na asrafo ayede wo makogu obo ase no ade ya na ye meya ene se enkura sesam adoso wo ye mai mu dodo soja ni e wo bia kamnam oh awurade American first American ni desie wo kurokuro no mpo amena pie ya de ani ya dan nse kusia wo samnem ya de jagum ani ababu pa ana kraman ani de okura tuo ni de okura sekan ejina no na kusie ni pia binie pau ya sisa soldiers akogu ha sound amrantia ni shafom ho motia ene pau aden ye koku wa mo ana boni ben na Ghana ye obo asefo mo na moto aba ma akufu ado mo na moto aba ede ma akufu ado ni ameka ye nyina dana de say intentionally wo mani da ho no mo render mo jobless me promo chamo sense me su video ni biem mo sense me su video ni biem
yes please they are pelting stones. Yes, please. They are pelting stones.
Urade he woman way pa urade woman way pa hey woman bini na domahina ka asem bi nansen asema papa no aka no nyansa ya emudo ewum ye godo nyina ya brofo dia ye oye nyina ya brofo dia ye timba nyina ya brofo dia kosa hwedwena se ko Yawo me na glistens ewo ho. And now omadani na ye ni Suma company. Woko se hudwina se a that company ne nko ano agye se hudwina se kuro half aboso abrofo dia wom twa timba. And so ti dwina se kuro duam wo pe woma mpo ne yehu se woma da ukon ho a forestry commission forestry photo me beto so akotwa woma. Obi otekwa ye mfimfin ye twanua da bia wotimbam ade ko plywood ahoden e wodwina se so benya bimpo e de abobo nkukobuo kuro ni nyina half akwakodi e timber concession timber Suma company akodi wo mo ho mini anom mama yentra se misa ye ho sai da ban ye befu nkuraso mu ye da so won kwaso mu ye companies ye oil ye bibia everything ye wo mawewa nyina no akwakoka abrofo ho eti ye tie mamu ene ye bre eti ene ye twa timber ekwa brochire no mayu su timber dua no e de aya de papo mu wi asodas no no mo de ayi de compromise ne ye de abre yen eti table ye si hei wo be ha ne nan mensuo nka no hwe e wo tutu kakra bi na nsuo ka no a wo be usa aye tukomon ordinary dua ye te kwayem ye nya dua papa kwa fa nya de enye eti ye koto sodas nua efre brochire ne ye de aba bone be no manga na yaye na doma hene agimre na wakansami abemu ato yentie nana osi ade wi agima bedu
Ghana ni ne ko Nigeria okoboa Nigeria ban ema Nigeria ban enne bankramo sika kase ananka Nigeria for the kramo na bankrabio nti sa Ghana ni atima koye no wo ha adanti ne Ghana ni ontimi nyere omeyo na nipa no kra ma ame no angu social media isi yantimi nkofa na manama saade na mesre se Ghana for yebetimi ahwe na yetimi ahwe ne yi nka me kotena se so ba ko bia bam yewura we de yewura chama ma me break protocol kakra yewura chama wa man kwan me break protocol we de direct me ko no mampanyini abadi akire ho onimonyamfo His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia yewura wadaro ma mene o de hye na me kasa kirewi se twi ne kura onte a nimsa na hu se regional minister bene no obaka akire no yewura wadaro ma ade ba ko a onne president ubetima ya magana fo saade nso hwehwe de yi oye da na Ghana fo bewo gold agudie na betu mfaso wo so bechem na ho fanso e ba de adu okono miensa ekwa amanone oye de yewura nya no nko oyire yetu ye no emra yetu ye no de yewura akofo ne kopagade baaye betu ye ne sika ankanisa yewura tamels ne beka ne sa oso ho baaye yewura tamels ne jomahama beso wells ne bekonya mienu de aba yewura ade hampa nie na Ghana for one bekasa ahabe yewura Nigeria Equatorial Guinea oyire na betu no mfaso yewura 51% ne kobe ho Ghana nhwehwemu make an person being contradict himself the mind ne o kan nye no kre Ghana for identity benya 17% identity yewura wada roma wo ani die kwan so benya 17% ho na ma ya ha na ya da ba nanka ba wa brochire de yewura $3 billion de nka oso nko onso sa sanka ba chi semra de mai yewura mesrew one cabinet wo kwa wo de mentimbi na ho abuabue pampapa yebetimi sa de ne yebetimi yi afiri ho General Kutu Achampong
Motie nkomo yi ye gold no aye tuo no gold we emu 93% akọ only 7% and a wa. She aya mi bisa say one will take a decision. Ama yen no. Aya etomre bia aya na wo mo nwene ana. Mami mi said this simple question ye ni nkomo. Ya na na ma person de ba besi na wo mo ni afidi a ye ni tu afam agudie but na go the buso e wo Ghana ha. Na go the bu ama busia bia mu efie bia mu na God wo ho. E galam say ya frana nkono ye tu amana no donko na o makofa gold no ne anane ne ya na kese efie bia mu bi wo ho. Efie bia bi wo ho ya di gold na ton chene. Ya di gold na to body ya di gold na tabante enti na broni stapo happen was say o man we die ya frani gold coast. And na broni ba fa gold ni nyina ko. No ame ya ketua bi ya wiane ya sakwa akoba bosia bone bai na Ghana ye. Eti afudi ani to gold eti anya sika ntobi yana. And ya mumi from Ibrahim Ahamai. Because what to be was Sierra Leone, what to be was any other places other than Yamfamano. Now one yard wa Ghana ha, no funny percentage, na Kasiano and Kayamemu, no Busia gold. And ya hunto yen. A brony bayenti, ya di Bema Bruni. Ya te Ghana ha, Owa Ibrahim Mahama. In a hill box site. Wababe to dia ya Japania afagana mrantia ne mabawa aye dwuma e wo mamu yase Muhammad box side dia mani nua ya paja ya box side so and ya say ayi China for mo meje ana China for say empe box side ana mo say China for mo peden ana mo say ya pelomi ana mo say mo ma just $2 billion ni ya banya lomi ya bana ni ya box side no ni ya dia ya lomi ya dia lomine dia bremo ya nye sika amfa nya refining company ya kwaje sika na kwa kudi mumi ya misase it is $2 billion no and ya ne Ghana ne desie etina sika se ya dia boss memo for 8 years to my this amount ni amfa tetire ya manya eti akonya na aburo ne baye Ghana ni ebe ya dia nya sika de ya mfa nkoma broni aburo because so mampani akufu adunya ni fiafo nya anya bone Ibrahim nya aya bone enti ya pentino ewo Ghana ha and the sansam way and the atagi owura John Dramani Mahama so the Ghana box side ya mani nua mama ya misase sanka Ghana nia and ya tu aka nkoso ana wa ya cement ewo ha ya organic company ba samiensa ya cement akabenya cement papa obi a wasi dan bi anim se ba concrete worker the whole Ghana cement bi ani ho a emu oden ewa ho oden ya to mi tsedan esi ho concrete attach attachment me na me catch you ya ba catch you se jata de e ba concrete josa ene ya de ye Ghana ni company ya so Ghana fo asere da bi buroni me fanko aburo ni banye ene ahoye nti buroni me fanko ni enkwela la sulala buroni me fanko ni enkwela la sulala buroni me fanko ya te Ghana ha akra nkokofunu ni yare ura John Dramani Mahama so ba enyuma nkete sankoko buokura ni aboba ma ni ama nkoko no nyai no nafa ene enkurasefo bi omenenam Ghana ha so ura John Dramani Mahama say enyuma nkete yankoko buo enkurasefo moma mani miye kakra na seven previousa woko India woko China etomra bi anya factory o eye ni fie and wa ya sadia na wo ye no ni fie no ya sa company no otani ahoya chiemu Ghana ni nya bibi anya Ghana ni ya na ya oye ye to ye 17% and no 15% Ura John Dramani Mahama mo ho. Ni ani hwekura no, ni 48%. Professor Mills aka say ya 48%. 48. Yade no 48%. And ani yenya. 48%. Professor Messi ya to ho say, "Sa yade no yakoye next contractor e ma ye mesonte na emum yenya more emfanka ho na na do baye and yade ya drop to be 15. Do ma hene 17. Mama yemisa wo man no ye no an sign na mene bone ban and ya yakufo do ene nasefo yati contract no masama ye contract hu hia na kia de backside at the Bama China for 8 years for $2 billion and the kwanya backside no hia wo sino hydro loan no anya backside wo anya backside mama na nadu mama chechim say backside it is not backside ayalomi etina was say ye the company ni bi e the aluminium company na ye de eye ye kofana tia no ane abena no so ye nya lomi no ane ye akoma wo electricity ebe isu ensu ebe isu e ka ye bebo aban na anwene sami wo mani nyina ho and was a dirty contract no de agu ye so wo man wai eni adwen Pania wada man we ano one rate mamufo ho ye ba ne yaba bedi nkomo ye ba ne yaba bedi nkomo ye kɔ bo ase ne yankɔnkɔ ha de asi awo ho ye kɔ bo ase ne yankɔnkɔ ha de asi ho ye kɔ bo ase ne yankɔnkɔ ha de asi ho ye kɔkɔ bi sa se kuro mu adwoa look at what is going on hwɛ de yakɔso ase ye kɔwo enkura se sam akwa Wobi a waka sase ase ye di soldiers na kwa na ye di nadmo enyi nkura se samwa obi akwa sase ase akoka ho ye kokoyi nipa na pie makofa soldier fu ekokratuo soldier ni wakwa sase ase soldier ni asase ase no da soldier ni awotutio pow awura wo mo bebre papa mo bebre o ma we man sesam sunu mo banya mo bebre pa abro ne baya dokum sa no komoa wate ye be bia phone line satum fire ketua bi ma me kominia ho minia dade nyima wanya nsa kama me no a yanko se wonya ma ya ma me peke me course no mo numbers no ene go screen so no wo ba fire ma me anglo god asante contract no ma mpani akufo ado wode no be say mu no wode no be di mu na ye dirty deal wa mo man no woman pania woni adwempa woni man ho se na nado me hu bi da adina woman pania kufu ado trim ene se ebenya sika na watam no de yakodware wiem no ne ma kire na wawie no wasane aba na waba betrase na wapepa na ho 2 weeks na wakoto e wo Greater Accra na wakoto e Western North na wakoto Northern region oba ya pe na wasa tukwan na wakodware wiem na wasaba na waba betrase na wanyu oba ba ako according to se wabroni na na kotum for guest house na makwa akokere na waba betrase na wasa tukwan sa ne mampani die no sa na odi no amambo bone no license ni na guso no wo ba be fire na me so men fire wo ba 30 seconds pe en hadwene hello
Oheneba.
Wudi baby akasa free.
Mo Oheneba medinde John Dramani Mahama Bennie me kasa free afen posu afen central honorable candidate Japan base ato.
Ba yenti o.
Oheneba mame mo wabaso anyi benye mu shira oni adwuma dan ye. E ma Ghana man ne. Pe e ma bunu a ye wo Ghana. Ye wo ate. On say na no by election no akani ka so no na kan ni wan po aba ma NDC. We are kind in court now of what gold mines and any food that and go fight once the man in a cat and Baumi and the critical with war. I don't burn when I was president to do my mistake. Ghana young follow waka up one and another than one more mine. Young follow in about the dear dog.
More fire. See. Make a fire pen makatano, nema fire the next person. Then also call. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Would you baby a free?
Like a free as well.
Atiwa, your first saying.
Your friend Sammy.
What are my mean to you, Minia?
No, I dare say, if one of you is not going to watch what you're in your crowd, and if you will not come Boamah, and I'm going to come over there.
Wait, you're the other. Medase. Obi wu kwana kwayinwa ye de tuo na ekọ mo so de mo hello wodi ba bi akasa free
abidi ni ma ifotutema
yima tema mi enti o
ye boasiko mais funo mo Ghana no enye boasiko takwa tibrebi
aha
yesi ehon so sa ehon o ma de so ma ye mais na diaba Kunima kasa. Esi yo di chi tombo e po edi. Onyeba. Esi fumpu kupa ye di de so boni enso. Esi mi amofa o hunter. Wa register di tu. O ko hanti onyeba e ka tik komku no tutun su no su papa no bag ba fi. You follow nya mo ye ba ko. Esi mi bia ko for kan do bi o do
Mate, me da say. Obi a problem ni bi. Hello. Ohima wudi ba bi akasa free.
Yo, feme abna me kasa free se hi yo to Zara.
Mo abna Zara me eti o.
Yo, me da say. Ti se ku fado be di aban. 8 years na ekwe. Wonya baya me kunu mu ye to ma adwuma agu. Eti o me mo ye din. And then Chile can for much children to city. Mo Aden. Aden here bonem kuna ya o mind there bonem kun. A ku for advances and Aden, yes, only the butcher for ombe woman quite you.
Abna how do you walk or tree? I will see so many my brescia. A dode atrevian. Aha. And now in Chile, Ura John Dramani Mahama pencil. Antino in train Makuma sa 72 cities. Makuma sa 72 cities. And now in train Makuma 72 cities. And a Baku 2. And a Baku 2. Hello. Would you baby akasa free?
Make us
Tama, your friend saying.
Your friend Kwame.
Kwame me entio. Kwame want to make us a winning free so any power from la. Hello. The patro di baby akasa free.
Me free Kumasi. Hello.
O kasa free Kumasi your friend saying.
I'm patro bi Mohammed Takawa.
Mini ya wuti am wo TV no so a e be delay kra. E tetwe ho TV no ho ne ni nkomo na baby a ogina no mani gye ho. Sem person me no di nkomo. Wo se wo din the same.
Yeah, from me Mohammed Sakawa, me free Kumasi.
Mohammed Sakawa me enti o Sakawa.
Yeah. Okay. Over the TN say akufo do wala nyame be ku na wi akete.
Mohammed Sakawa we de watra kra. Sakawa de Adaroma. Mama for chatto kra na me free so no bi ankotwe asem fufura fama. Wono osesi ya mo ba utoma no ni wonu wanyiro. Watena no so bi unim na wano kokoku no pe wanya problem.
Hello.
Why ma udin ba bi akasa free o?
Me kasa free time I'm doing the gifting.
Why ma gifting Adaroma me enti o?
Hi, pacho na e krono so omo to me organize a demonstration. Also to me organize demonstration. Na mudi ekwa attack omo. Wehu. I was to me organize demonstration as a man with a trainer musu anti. There's no alternative. A cromano so that me I am on when I bring on mudom. In fact, and you made me heard the my sooner than a yard who they should do something. The cromano does so say so that for no. Yeah. And see also to me a baby. Well. Na say mutina wana say mudom say format na soja for obi asro say want me sorry obo ase kro kese we mu na sorry a omo do also say Enti akuma pa na ekoso o mai mu no de akuma pa.
Ohima me da se papa. Ye na na sene ye for free dwumadi no fansi a. Enkomo no ba bia koduru no. E ma ya asanto no ma hyase e sore. Se breduru a e wo se omo organize wo mo ho na omo face e sojafo no. Na wo to omo mu na se ma nyina nya se adwene si organize ye ho hie sojafo a. E ya na wo se hu ne se wo man no ba bia aduru no. Security agensemo. Ba bia aduru no. Dr. Solomon Ayakado ya wodi apomde ho nsem e de to aso ene ye ne honorable Suhini ene ye ne no ebehia ewo dwumadi ye so ne ya bonkomo wa Ayakado ewo fie hadada ye ko Dr. Solomon ho aba ye ba o ja ne be start try me be sia
yo me das be na me chia eti for nyina and kwasem say ene ye hwe the causes of frequent urination in males and females. The bema bema ajuson tentem ache de senko Johnson and likewise oba. Na Johnson tentem anaka nyakopon bo nipa no we ne senka urine anka duration no enka 2 to 3 hours. Fansenka wo di dia no pa anas fanse anwumre. Ye ne yeta no munsu ansa na yakoda no. E bia wo no munsu na akoda 2 hours interval. Fanse be da 10 p.m. 10 plus 2 bema 12 midnight. Plus 2 2 a.m. plus 2 4 a.m. na say 3 times na dia ache. Almost sorry, and you son, ya 3 hours interval. For the same that 10 plus 3, 1 a.m. plus 3, 4 a.m. na diache. Na the Bema Johnson I yen 10 than that, and a macosami and son, and my muffin, and then 1 sim a meal. They didn't kind of bonifen diabetes and I say, yade, so sa how na, of course, Johnson a be and 10. Number 2, pet have my money pie, they find prostate enlargement. So prostate I can say, actually, the same. Yan shedi and kosoma link between prostate enlargement and frequent urination. Shamin say, Yami boy, what the blood and see her. And a urethra ni. Blood and yes, if I say ni pano, kidney pomogen mufinana, or Bob on see a pano, we say the friend blood animal. And no use of channel. And then a 2 hours, 3 hours, Neswan, Nanka P. say Nanka Johnson a Piabesnaco. Now, go point a design was I a memory idea for the prostate gland. And why I say, Rindonuts and Toku and Finfi, that's a mean say. No, they don't be worried, say. Aha, to share sanity. And the prostate will no enlarge. I say, who balloon, as well, unfitted balloon. Was outside the stretch, not inside the stretch. Inside the stretch, not a chemia pipe, no. More na a chemia, no, not mouth, it's a bunch of Jones. I just watching me way. Hey, the Pamro, just watching my son a pipe in a bee, and my Johnson Abba. I feel calling cages. More now watching, but then every meaning to such a and I saw blood away, so go design what the muscles was here. It's more now, would be a watching and son watching and son. No blood muscles not be overtaken. I quite say bodybuilder and I say, Obe Pijana de. More now, Pijana muscles and air bed. It's why I say, we be overtaken. No, once I fed ye, say 2 hours, no sooner. You put time, I'm the time my share pass you, know. But I quite wasting and like the be a chimba. It's a child that 2 hours in here. It's young force in pushing call. A bassa once a jury not what Johnson, not be peace. And I say, I been 10. I require a bassa. Na saha when it was a chat, the entire it was such an say. It was such an air cordiano, not brother muzzles on air overtaken air condition when you have. A bet is so the polytank, not in so gum na anima, not a real bosso, not for negative pressure or semi polytank. A bassa assessino, it means saki pushing the cost say. The bassa bone say, 1, I dare send Cassini Yoconicano, ye are sending push costro. It's a urine as a juice of Gumusia pa. Nessa will pass urine above whole narcotics from the pen. Question, what about urine better asia? Ah, whole narcotics from how does it come out? It's him. The bassa bones are Junsoria, who fully say, Ibiakim, and I say, urine at Kamanas, I retained. Or semi blood anymore. Any question basa. Mona etan watch the ones are fed. Oh, Jones, I just want to like pressure. Cause speed I think to 14 ban 18 to start to 14 and fama. A man, yeah, course, no. Once said, would try to see a pa, dedicated to echo to the entire son. Say, what did you? Yantas precope. Solid waste, and I said, the NYA solid this for Jenny Moneba. And I said, liquid waste, no service if I would do some and SBS Nedecro. Here's the case, a liquid waste on Akema Emma, it's again a day. It is science say, yes, any pan empanasem. And in your flexible to be, ni mfansha ade na no ni mpes kakra na pipe na esi no enfo so emiemu sebe ebasa si apa na akọ yaw ni nsi bebrebe eni kwase basa sa ha we nyina nti ena edu e fe ne Prostafit herbal capsules abadwa so Prostafit herbal capsules ye body man say Johnson boko eye PROSTA Prosta na the fit ade an ho den enti Prostafit herbal capsules no was say Johnson eboko e kwa be na Prostafit e fa so abow solve na remedy situation no titi Prostafit ye no ye fa male albino rat kusie mema anase kusie mema mo free se bo montana organs ni pade nyina epenti ade a ono be kono nipa no ma sebe kono ade be bo nipa no sebe ebe bo ano ene indi usuma abone prostate enlarge ye ena afi de saponins alkaloids anthraquinones coumarin bo se ne ma ye bioactive compounds a ewo herbal medicine mo no ye di hwe ye di inject na se di inoculate abo ano ene wo se within 8 weeks no abona ne prostate enlarge ya na nko odwonso obre abwarimpo ebre no sa how no sa ensu ekota mu na na se man enlarge no ensu ai deflated na se atwe ensu ne frimo esan se antimicrobial anti-inflammatory agents ewom ekọ ho se ebebo na twese ensu ne ho nyina e de frimo amaso biaba obia wie more na odwonso ebi ka ekire etata ho ache no oboso panya se bacteria growth bi e wo bladder nim se be dikachire mo no once with time na wo Johnson no se esane ba wo do junction na se be ase ho na prostate gland no na ye wo channel se connect prostate gland e ko se be urethra nim na Johnson na e free bladder no ba once e bia pass na ko se be prostate gland nim no ko dey find prostate infection na se dey find prostatitis yes I want antimicrobial agents e wo sa Prostafit mu e beboa se sa how na ba e beboa yi sa how na free ba sa bon se wo Johnson na wa ya se ya wo ya na hyehyɛw empobimpomo so odwonso a sanso wo chimunti na se be moja kakra bi ennemu sa how nyina Prostafit herbal capsules be bo e sa how nyina firi ho amaso dwaba e be man hobium miensa e mema jones agents on tentem e boni fa ne genital infection se be ma wo de wade na akowura be tokroboni bi na se wo se nsuo bi bo ayebo wade na no ensansa ba ho emu yoya ehwe linkage no more na sa infection na se sa de no eba wo honom no on se on be feed you spongy cells on se be man se be se nyame se e spongy na se e gragraw se be djuma e stretch ni bi djuma bi abon se ha recall na se dan baby sa tensa strength na se sa ne ma e man stretch na recall na so na making sa lactose cells na se elastic cells na e wo mu na e man stretch ko ba no se mo ne bo mu di fefe mo no mu di fefe no mu je o mo nan se be ni pa di je 90 mo so di se be o mu je o mo nan omojana no ombe convert lactose cells to lactic acid. Lactic acid be twi mu a e se kosua mu na apro ana se be milk asay ana afeji go to se asay. Ye hwa de bi wa ha ye spoon keto bi wa ha. Se me fa milk a ensay si ho. Am de nsu guma. Na me fa milk asay lampi aba. Obo se de lampi no e be hia mo nsu. Ye se me sa agility na se me sa stir ansa na se be it may dissolve completely. Me hwa de nkaye smooth de me gu mana na e da de street so e de mame e sans lactic acid na wo mema ya de no enye we de soluble in water ntino e betwe nso be filipadua no ansa na dissolve more na e twe bre no na ma wo Johnson so akoye ntentem it mema na sa how na ba ya e na ma Johnson aye ntentem enkankan youth na ye se won so no e dra ye fa de solar cable measure e evidence base ya run ya hwe efficacy bit ma bo wo no e beko ekum samoa no na ma Johnson peace no empo Johnson ya ase ho hyehyew emu ya o ya sansan aboy sa ha no afiri ho amaso dwe diaba yenti si ba ho ade be mo mba Johnson tentem eyemienu ida sebe o wo si yade e no betimi me say treatment ho anase management ho anase obouncing the genital infection ya bia na se meka ode poadom meka se nsuo fi ho ba ensansan fi ho ba na e honom ye oya sa ne maneman epi fra himfo ba nyina sebe etim me de Johnson ya e na so ma Johnson ben tentem it's also the same lactic acid na sebe wa himfi ho no e ne epi besna konti no o e na bon sebe se from afa so si aba na e ba bontia na sebe e ba sa akatoa no e wo inside si apa na ye motin etumu sen be so be hia se e draw ensuo efra himfi ho more na e draw ensuo efra himfi ho no ansa na dissolve no na ensuo no do so no na wo Johnson akoye tentem obo so Johnson aye the scarlet ase enima e ba sabi empobia dey cloudy e se emwa no bebrebe a obo se more na e che ho no na de nsansan bi discomfort bi itchi bi e ba himfi bi sabi na de pampan bi ene ade nyina e ba ho e draw fa ne solar cable mesh kuta me 100% cedar. Enko so one. On say was static drugs, the only friend cedar drugs. Static drugs in the static no ebo money emre. As one man sanwa bon bonwi. 2 months 2 months, 3 months na surface. Make symptoms no. Now why 100% cedar within 3 to 4 weeks ebeko ekumwa atwi nsu free ho ama pampe be ho be free ho ade ba kwai are ho no say says that basia pesia pa once oba o menstrual dates na akwai on and off one kasa onye sure because as a batenth na the full month na about 20th na digital about reverse na chitu na aba second e ba sa bon say afi bon say e to so che na wo flow so kwai shorter fansa wo de na we 5 days or 7 days wo say afi de ba 2 days pe na twa aso drops ne fa hen so fu bia me fa honhom bia mamu pete bia so meyi wo so den ka say emerson da no double permit emerson ma be fa ko o me so bibia nkoe drops ne be mesolatic acid na ena ne wonsum ntem no ene form clot na se bonchirewa ene de da wa ya ase nti na stem wo bu nsa no wo bon sa se bre bon kiti bi dem na wo ti pains bi e fe menstrual pains bi so wo te ka ho sa ha de nyina no solar keba mesha no wonsa ka bi ne ko nipadua no ma ebeko e dissolve clot no na yi sa ha na fi ho na reset menstrual date na akọ atubeti na so 12 ana 13 obu nsa no data obu nsa be sa reset ama wo na bibia e kama e de ama wo enti na solar keba mesha ye body mane se aso twan e kwasi bi e fa nkomo ya kan nyina ho no fa telephone number ne ye ni nkomo kwasi bi e fa nkomo ho no puso me ni nkomo sesia me MTN no e ye 0245 61 6028 0245 61 60 and afi 28 and no anase Airtel no so 0261 73 62 63 0261 73 62 63 kai say Prostafet herbal capsules we memma nko a prostate no sai kese emu bia ba mu ojo nso a ema ekemu no eno ye Prostafet herbal capsules be boa e sa how ye free ho amaso bia ba ena bank kaye e ma ne memma afemu a e ma jonso this one yes intentem so a eno nso solar herbal mixture be boa mo both sex na so unisex no boa mo nyina ama sa how nyina afri ho ama asomdwe dia ba kai se eye Prostafet herbal capsules e memma nko a wo se jonso ne baba boko ana se jonso boko na solar kidi wo se aso twan masomdwe mra na hotomra na ye Prostafet e na afi solar herbal mixture.
Best Wine is your one-stop wholesale and retail outlet for all your original favorite brands of wine, liquor, champagne at unbeatable prices. You can get discounts of up to 15% off. We provide customized solutions for your events with our event planning and catering services. Buy your well-stocked hampers from us at great prices. Best Wine is also a major distributor of ex-natural mineral water. Locate us at number 34 Ni Norte Nyanchi Street, Jowulu, or call 050-761-3900 for delivery or for more inquiries. Best Wine, caliber of wine and liquor at its best.
State-of-the-art facility built with your family needs in mind. A medical center positioned for all your fertility problems and other diseases. Medimosis Clinic and Prostate Center. Our goal is to help our patients achieve and maintain optimal health. We have fully functional OPD laboratories in all our branches. Do you have problems urinating? Medimosis is the ultimate solution. Our Prostacure X capsules and Prostacure Herbal Tea treat prostate problems. Afromosis capsules gives you maximum maximum performance. And for the ladies, Femacure X capsules solves all your menstrual problems. Locate Medimosis Clinic and Prostate Center at Adenta Barrier near the traffic light. Ashaman, Ajekojo, Kumasi, Oheneba Kokobing, and in Accra, Ministries after the Ghana Highways Yard. Call 0244 068 447. We accept National Health Insurance Card and all other private insurance card. Medimosis Clinic and Herbal Center, your ultimate solution for prostate problems.
Welcome to AutoCheck Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to so many Accra.
Sure.
Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check.
Visit AutoChecks at Koforidua Aquadum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. AutoChecks, check.
AutoChecks, your safety, our priority.
Check, AutoChecks.
Yara se Samuel Kwaba biem ya trase yedi nkomo honorable saying so atrase na ye bon komo ene edai nkomo no ono ne de ende obebubu dudu ono ano de akọ brofo e de amaye ne so yabu mu abatwi se de be ya entiase no ebetumi akoso ne there were a lot of issues e was yedi nkomo e de efa ho Victory Garlic Mixture Daroma wasom Solak Natural Clinic and Spanish fo no mukremu a twumadi ye de esomo ene edai na yensa account abo ofidie mu ha ye ne no eba be bon komo na komo no we de pa iti tamchuku na tie no na wo so fa wodia ebeboa ona abo akwa
me da se
na boko de
nyame adom kakra
ye de twedi ampase
ba Oheneba Gumbe no like the fire can I match?
Oh yes,
because
the
way you open the fire the heat was getting to me, but we are there.
That's honorable and young common here we are starting from free Asenof. You best starting from down on here the battle, right? Asenof and any who say a clerk of parliament Cyril the press statement the ababonte say declare seat no vacant. Wadaroma obebisa say e dey na trigger yemi ba bedru yenim dada but ebi amomo side the na different from the air ten wabonte no e dey na trigger me do this point.
Well, but the Asenof seat has been a headache for this government from day one. You recall that the first day the 8th Parliament was to be constituted, where we were to vote for a speaker. That alone took over 2 hours as to whether there was an injunction from a court against the Asenof parliamentary candidate-elect. Until at a point we, the majority, had to do choboi before, you know, he was allowed to even take the oath to become a member of parliament. And it's all because triggering numbers no parliament. No.
Okay.
The numbers. The fact that we are equal, but for the independent candidate makes the government uncomfortable. So from day one, they have done everything possible to reduce our numbers. But Oheneba, I say that this parliament, the 8th Parliament, is guided by divine, happenings. There's a lot of, for somebody like me who is a person of faith, I think that there's a lot of, godliness and things that defy logic with this particular parliament. And I'll give you a couple. your co-elections, NDC nya MPs, how many?
137.
137.
Yeah.
NDC 137. Independent candidate 1. So when we came to Parliament, the information everybody had was that NDC 137, MPP 137, then independent candidate. Then it was announced by the clerk that the independent candidate has decided to align with the MPP. So independent candidate no Obeka MPP no for no. So that they will become 138. Guess what happened? Then we were to elect a speaker. For the very first time in the Fourth Republic, then NDC became a speaker. So the House, the balance was reset. So you had 138 there. If you like the numbers, 138 NDC people in that chamber.
Yeah.
Because the independent candidate aligning with the NDC MPP was going to shift the balance. So the speaker comes to sit to create the balance again. 138, 138. Then they did this as a North thing. Time almost succeeded. Then the court said Asin-North MP couldn't come to Parliament. The time they succeeded and said Asin-North MP no on to mean share Parliament bill.
Yeah.
That time, Adwoa Safo fled.
Yeah.
That time, then Adwoa Safo fled. And so it would have now been 137, 138. But Adwoa Safo left. And the numbers in the chamber again came to 137, 137. 137, 137. You know, and I can give you several examples that has happened with this parliament. In fact, some of them can even be, you know, if you like, it invokes sad feelings, like Baswa.
Yeah.
Think about it. Around the time that he also passed, that was around the time Adwoa Safo returned. When Adwoa Safo returned to the house to give the MPP the advantage, then they lost one of them. So I think that the MPP should take this as a lesson, a message, and stop trying to toy with the numbers in Parliament. That's the way God wants it. For this 8th Parliament, that's, in my view, God wants that balance. And that's why sometimes, as a person, I feel sad, sir. We those who have the advantage to be part of this Parliament, you know, we are not living up to expectations of the people and taking advantage of this divine positioning to make reforms that will stand the test of time. Because you see, where we are now, instead of the MPP focusing, and I'm telling you the trigger is simply that they want to change the numbers. That's just the trigger. So instead of them focusing on helping us to use the numbers as they are now to build a stronger, you know, legislature, they are focused on unnecessary, you know, toying with the numbers. You see, where we are now, I don't see any government in future again getting there. The worst that can happen is to be in government and be in minority. Yeah. That can still happen. You can have a party win presidential but lose most of the seats and be minority in Parliament. But it will be difficult, say, and you see, when that happens, the opposition that has the majority will bully the government with Parliament. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
And what we have experienced in the past is that the government, when it has majority MPs, bully the opposition.
Yeah.
Like the 7th Parliament, they were bullying us all the time. But what we have now is equal numbers. So this is the time you can cut out the emotions and take decisions that will protect all the parties in future, because you never know which party will be in power in future and have minority. So this is the time you take advantage to put in, you know, things that will cater for such a situation, so that one party will not have undue advantage when it is, you know, in opposition and has majority in parliament, or when it is in government and has majority. The house will work effectively. But their concentration is that they want to remove their sin of MP and others. But what has happened now is a Supreme Court ruling recently to say that they have agreed with the High Court ruling, and they are stopping the Asinov MP from holding himself up as an elected representative of the people. And so I understand the Attorney General has also written to the Speaker to declare the seat vacant. And I saw, like you said, the Clerk of Parliament also issue the notice that a seat has been declared vacant per the Supreme Court ruling. So we have always known that this was going to be the end game for them. And we are not perturbed at all as a party. My sympathies with Honorable James Kwesen. He has, you know, he's a strong man. I mean, despite all of this, he continued to carry himself so well, you know, with a lot of respect and dignity, and continue to represent, you know, his people in his, you know, in the best way possible. And so I have enormous respect for Honorable James Kwesen. I think that he has carried himself like a gentleman. Yeah.
Based on the SCA, Yemra Attorney General writing to Parliament. Now, say Supreme Court make ruling bia. A court to was so the Parliament say ebia yen declare seat in vacant and I say a Attorney General ejuma say yes.
It's just busybody. He's just being busybody. I mean, it is absolutely not his job. But you see, it also betrays the plan of the government. And that's what I said from the beginning, that is because from day one, the government has been determined to deny the people of Asinov representation from day one. Yeah. So what he has done just confirms what we have been thinking, that all along, this, you know, prosecution against James Kwesen, Honorable James Kwesen, is spearheaded and teleguided by the executive. And it's unfortunate sometimes some of the rulings that come from our courts just leaves you wondering the kind of judicial system that we are building in this country. Because me a layman person. Like, I haven't been to law school, but the small reading I have done has shown that law should be logical, and it should be moral, and it should make sense. It should be logical. You know, and as for the technical jargons we use, like the Latin and those ones, they use it to impress each other as counsel. But bottom line is, law should be logical and it should be moral. Morality. Then he, as a person, is required by law to denounce his citizenship if he's a dual citizen and wants to contest. He did everything that he was required to do in good time. Because of that, Electoral Commission even cleared him. Say, Obetima stand the elections, because what he could do, he did. What is used to punish him, he had no control over. Because, I mean, if he finished filing the papers, government today our government crowd almost say find chomu because of COVID.
Yeah. Yes.
But this our colleague, he filed his papers
before
the
COVID.
time that he was supposed to file it. But COVID happened and affected institutions' work in Canada. Any fault. So if the documentation didn't reach him on time for him to file at the time the courts want him to file.
Because of this same COVID.
Because of that same COVID. I mean, is this something that you split heads over? I'm say law no, law no for man and not the other way around. Yeah. And that's why I said it should be moral, it should be logical. There's a spirit and there's a letter of every law. But almost say they don't want him to be an MP again.
Okay.
But I have seen something that has inspired me. Only 2 days ago, me post to me Facebook wall cry. The people of Asenov held a vigil.
Yeah.
Almost say, ya. James Question Beba. So for me, it inspired me, and I've always said and believed that the people power is always greater than the people in power.
There is something happening here with Asenov. Now, Honorable Kai, that was last week Thursday. And any Abranti any din come concerning this vigil no babe. Now it was supposed to happen every night, but omo can say omo prim omo yen night. Omo yen daytime, and the impact enya ye wo daytime no night crank massa. Honorable me have video we never be din come because I think say a lot of issue I also didn't come far this parliament issues and especially that who is a parliamentarian because you remember now you share what qualifies a person to be a Ghanaian. Because now no I don't know me person me court now because pleading with the court to say birth certificate and to me more being your Ghana ni dia and you now birth and death registry na wo no yen twam ma yen because omo bo Ghana ka na yen twam they will say we are one year about Ghana card. Yeah, shot from that angle also. Now these videos are a war a sin of a person didn't come out at the far issue. It's young Kohonamra. Yeah. Or a year a sin of. Now, sir, a coin way a year shen CCA. A coin. Or I was saying, no, we have a problem because, sir, MPB, and I see a 2 MPB, and you man a coin there. And yes, I say, when you're lucky out to when I know man for your bumpire found. See, and 2 was a was. This a coin, Bima Casa, and your fahu. Bibra Casa, and your fahu. Now, Honorable Kennedy, Japan echo. Now, you may see the echo son of it. Yeah. You've been gone of Nkromwa. A quambi anywhere, papa. In Kronwan Casano. The major road na a tram with Corona Chino. Adye saying, Anna, Yedika Yeno. But two in Kronwa. Krobian wa a war under a sin offer. Or more even tiled road. And when no more, and you Canadian Japan call her president here. It's president of Japan. And Honorable Mimla Ehanian share who is a member of parliament because now no meaning who a member of parliament is based on ruling nearby. No, yeah. Se say ni to me who. Na se some moment here they say no Honorable Kennedy Japan president you ana.
You see that's
because based on Honorable when a member of parliament and who qualifies to be a member of parliament. Yes, but who is a member of parliament?
That's why I said that law, sometimes you wonder the kind of judiciary that we are building. I mean, a member of parliament is simply one who has undergone elections and is elected by his people to do legislative work, do representation work, and do oversight, you know, of the executive in a house of parliament. And that is what, I mean, it is the election that legitimizes you to represent the people.
Okay.
So if you are elected to represent the people, that is what qualifies you to hold yourself up as a member of parliament.
Honorable say to Obama will be na yansweni ina. Can that person call himself a member of parliament?
That's why you are called a member of parliament elect until you take the oath of parliament. And then that makes you, you know, a member of parliament. But your legitimacy stems first of all from the election of the people. Because you see, we have decided to divide this country, let's say, into 275 portions.
Okay.
And the law says that every portion should have a representative.
Okay.
Because in one area, no, yentimi call parliament to sit down and take decisions. So almost say yen baku so that sani bakrono be represented or parliament.
Okay.
So it is that election that legitimizes you and makes you a member of parliament. But the oath you take gives you that authority.
Okay.
So until you take the oath, you don't have authority, but you have legitimacy.
Okay.
Then when you take the oath, you then begin to exercise the power that is clothed with that office of parliament.
Very good. Now, based on the Omokano, almost say election is a process.
Yeah.
Into any event. So immediately I'll be form so not just what started process no. Into based on the ruling no Supreme Court the abano. Say obi kofa form so na say ebi any part 3 and o maba be fa form so because emrane say a member and say obi qualified to become a member of parliament say we only allegiance to another country other than Ghana. It now no say obi fa form so na the part be 3 and now fa form so 4 Omunyina be a member of parliament based on the Supreme Court to the na what can say a process no that is omunyina be a member of parliament.
That's the absurdity in some of this arguments that are put forward. That's the absurdity. That's the absurdity because once you pick a form, if you say that is a process, a process now started. And see, Metima framing, I can present myself as member of parliament.
It is me,
you can do member of parliament attempted.
Wow,
it's illogical. It's just illogical. It's just illogical. And you see, what is even instructive in this whole matter is that Electoral Commission they have conducted elections in this country since 1992. They have lawyers of good standing. They looked at the man's documents and cleared him. They are responsible for running elections. So another angle of this ruling for me is that interfering in the work of the Electoral Commission? Is this the judiciary interfering? Because the Electoral Commission looked at it and said he was qualified and actually gave him a clearance, a letter that showed that he is qualified to run.
So this means now no say will be person contest here. Now say be a problem on
go to court and get yourself because if you get clearance from Electoral Commission later
otherwise. So Supreme Court has become in crabbat of Electoral Commission to clear you before you get. Alright, we am through on the Adamatesa the same issue here,
right?
Because who say Yamame Isaba Araba Tokunu Waba Munim na ye share when the Emma will be qualified to become a Ghanaian, and I say when the year Ghanaian na yenim say anka yewowa yedi kan amount birth certificate peche bi small one bi sa na yedi kan the amount and son ebi a wunyini na akwakoye obe ebi a wayi ane akaso ebi akofa digital one bra no akwakoje we ni bi odu anokwa na ma wo now wo matretre mu atrem the reason why ama birth certificate say no eni nyina so obi atumi identify obi ma na ye Ghana ni ana say oba manim no atrem say the birth certificate e ho mfa so.
So you see, when she came before us, she made the matter worse. And that's why I'll go back to the understanding I have of the law. It must be logical and it must be moral. Because that Supreme Court ruling was not logical, when she got the opportunity to educate us, instead of convincing us, she confused us all the more. She confused everybody in this country the more. Because, I mean, like, you can't think far. How on earth? And that is, I mean, it is one of the reasons why, as a group, the minority, we have decided that we will not pronounce on her, nomination until we get the ruling and the reasoning behind the judgment that denies Honorable James Jachukwuesin from holding himself as a member of parliament. We want to see the reasoning because, I mean, even if we won't do anything at all with it, let us just see it to inform ourselves of what to do with her nomination. Because the birth certificate issue, the way she tackled it, I mean, left all of us confused. And then when you hold the minority chief whip, Kwame Agboja. Yeah. No, yeah, dear pa. Like the way he structured the question, no. Now, like there was no loophole for Maminu to escape. Because he was holding the birth certificate. And he said, look, this is it. When I pick the birth certificate, there's a place. Omube Bisa say, me mami, country by Nipa. Yeah. Which the country? His nationality. Me mami. So, and our state, Ghanaian. Yeah. Then the other portion says, your father. The nationality. Ghanaian. Now, Ube state. Now, if you take the constitution gives a number of ways. Say, Ube Timafa, aye Ghanaian. Okay. If you are born here to your parents who are both Ghanaians, automatically we are Ghanaian. Yeah. If both of your parents are Ghanaians and you are born in Ghana, automatically, according to the constitution, we are Ghanaian. If you are married to, a Ghanaian, those things are all there. How to become a Ghanaian. I mean, how to identify a Ghanaian. But the most important part here, where it is said that if both of your parents are Ghanaians and you are born in Ghana, you are automatically a Ghanaian. So I have a birth set. The birth set shows that my father is a Ghanaian, my mother, my mommy is a Ghanaian, yeah. And yet you tell me that it doesn't prove that I'm a Ghanaian. But guess what? My passport there, passport there, I can use it to show that I'm a Ghanaian. But before I can get a passport, if I don't have a birth set, I can't be given a passport. And you wonder why? Where is the logic in it? The logic that you must see in law. And for me, it smacks of the culture of the people in government. I'm sorry, this ruling is from the Supreme Court. Yeah. But this ruling reflects the culture and mindset of the people in government. So elitism, no. Yeah. Like animal farm, thinking. That's what makes somebody, that's what will make somebody think that when he has a passport, he's more Ghanaian than you having a birth set. Because, I mean, Chroma, how many people and our passport? No, on our passport. So, all the people in our rural areas who have just birth set, because maybe no hospital, and so they took records. Yeah. They went to births and death registry, and they gave him a birth set. Those who holding the passport, they will now determine whether who are Ghanaian and how we are Ghanaian. So who they only passport are? What do you
think is the reason why this ruling no ababeye so problematic ediamayin ediya botanen saying is it because of election is it because of say omon pese ye be Ghana fuo bi no mum be feeling more human than us in Trana.
That's what I'm saying. It is elitism, and that elitism also feeds into our election decisions, because you even hear some of them, if they have their way, they would have said that we need property. I want to mean to Aba. No, they have said that.
Oh yes.
That I've heard one of them actually say Aden na me, I'll be my landlord, me wo fie, me wo gardener, me wo security man, me wo cook. I pay them, and at the end of the day their vote is equal to mine. I've heard one of them say that.
Wow.
Yes.
It's a compresso
because they are half citizens, like they shouldn't have equal rights like him.
Wow,
that's the elitist mindset. So it influences the election decision. So that's why now they say if you don't have Ghana card, Electoral Commission register you can't register to vote. And then the Electoral Commission also tries to say that before you can be registered to vote, you need to have a Ghana card. Bev said it's not part. You see, so they are building a system where those who have passports, who can have access to passports, and maybe who can pay VIP service for Ghana card. Because when you go to the rural communities, the Ghana card, the NIA offices, offices, no, they don't operate effectively. Sometimes you go there, they say cards are finished. They take your data and they tell you to go and come back in a month's time. They praying for you. You even how to even get into for them to take your data is a problem because there's always a queue. But those of them who can get VIP service, they can go to the banks, card bank, and pay 2,000 or how much, 1,000 whatever, and then they will get the card. Then they can decide that you shouldn't register and vote. And you see, this is all calculated. You remember even when they were doing the mass voting, go and check Ashanti region, where they get most of their votes from. In fact, exactly. Yeah. And you know that, do you know that if you look at our election results and you do a projection, a time may come that MPP Betima win elections in this country and the only region they have won is Ashanti.
Ashanti region, correct.
They can just take only Ashanti and win the whole country and win everybody, all the parties. So when they were doing registration of NIA, they took all the machines there, everybody, all their staff. It had the most staff, it had the most machines. So this is all about elections for them. It's not about nation building. It's not about improving institutions and systems. It's not about enriching the law. It's about perpetuity in power, maintaining their tradition to continue to win elections. But
okay. Mamimra Urajem Jachi question yen share other issue we are ewo. Now, the criminal charges at the abono. Ye nim the America, see the criminal charge at the bo bia. Now, nipa no betumi a contestiana election. 2. Yawaha ena ye receive wagungo. Omaka se wojina court nti. You want to me a pretty bank.
Can you imagine? They're illogical. Just for being a mere suspect, you are a criminal.
Yeah.
You are guilty. Your rights are taken away. I mean,
so say Ochina, and even just recently NDC election ye ready for the injunction the buy no crown injunction court grant.
You're just filing there.
Yeah, but Isi can say as far as we are filing in Quadi election, the crowd so it is already Jim Jachi question in case say what the Nkrata the court and ye the Nkrata is easy case o Jachi question ye the criminal charge the abono and unti so contested bia and ye based on issues are etwam ye gina so no say e basa e de na wose ye.
Well, enu de me I don't have many adwin ho.
Okay.
I have been following a number of discussions on some of our very high level platforms on the issues that you have raised. So I know that the party is discussing it and taking it seriously.
Okay.
So I'm sure the lawyers in the party who are well grounded in the law will advise the party on the best approach to use.
My young parliament we brief na young free parliament na young quad issues so. Young share this issue of election ya to yi any one more elusono. Minim say a hono de anka amfa ho sa but wonu yanu bi a omo koye no now ombeba as current executives and say omo area omo kwa omo mabiem. Ye bisa amanfo bebre so e bisa wo ground say e benya impact e parliamentary decisions so ana because nipa no wonim say okokra no a wo mabiem now no why exa no si wo no e betumi enya impact bi e wo decision na you be taking of parliament so ana. Absolutely it's difficult to pretend about some of these things. I mean that is why the NPP has pushed their parliamentary primaries beyond this year. You know why? Because they know if they do their primaries early, their budget may be in danger. So they want to have all their MPs together, get them to approve, and you know that's going to be their last budget. Get them to approve their last budget before Omubeye primary summer. Because if you don't do that, you may lose control of some, not all. Yeah. You lose control over as a party over some of your MPs who may have lost, especially so when there are issues in the constituency that are traceable to either senior comrades in the party or a party leadership at every level. Yeah. It becomes difficult to manage people's emotions at that time. But I believe that so far, listening to many of my colleagues who lost, they are, you see, for one to get to a point, say, he will put up himself to make all the sacrifices he can make to become an MP, he must have some kind of love that is difficult to explain for the NDC and a commitment to serve his nation and the party. And so, no matter what, I mean, when it gets to that point, when the party is put ahead of every negotiation and every discussion, and the right things are put in place, it will become difficult for majority of them not to get out. Honorable Kwachaka be who say Akitesia na yede ne ba ne hono omo disqualify no and yede ne ba national and obi say ma qualify and we be tu no no ba parliament no ne yesi entoa that's what I'm saying. You see, yes, you can expect that feeling from him. That's why I say, I mean, especially when you can trace some of these things to national or senior comrades, it is difficult. People are right to feel the way they feel. But I'm saying, when you put the party, before them, and you do the right things that have to be done, it becomes easy for you to get them to a point where they will go like, anka. Like then, so it depends on how we manage it, but there will be that effect. Me pato me ba na yedin commodity afa pensioners bond holders no brief any one student one laptop no na ya bobo so kakra na afi yakọ. Ye first na emoduro farmer victory garlic mixture so wasom amadwumadi emu ayede wadaromo se ope edro papa garlic wo mu a ebeboa wa victory garlic mixture enano peminum bi na ahoden ewo mu pa etu wadaroma pebinanom na emwa wakoma ebo periperi ya wadro eno no se bia wonan wonsa eyutititi ya wadro eno no afi wi adwuma kakra na wabre no wadro eno no pebinom na wani ebeji victory no de etiapo na ahoden so ewom wunya bia ebeboa kai eni ante enterprise ene de victory garlic mixture e de ebaye drugstore bi am wura obenya adupa bi etu akwakoton anaso ato bi akwakonom obetumi afro mo 0201 253280 0201 253280 and now 0242 545633 0242 545633 Yamfa Sadama Solak Natural Clinic Sawa Sumwa Amadumadi Yade Esomo Solak Ebe Boamah Pom de Unsem Ewie Paye Wadaroma Pom de Aso Ebebre Aba Now so victory ya ubenya ewo pom de mu no eye Solak Natural Clinic ka say wo victory a enkonimdie no a wo ba benya ewo pom de mu no eno an se wo ni Solak Natural Clinic ebedi kasobom na waboa wo pom de unsem mu amenu ma aye jojo e de amaw diabetes cholesterol bad one be bad cholesterol BP osteoporosis se ekuro aba udompem wadaroma anase bi onya halitosis ne se fita kama okasa gu so enka wom emwa wahu wadaroma eye mebisa se wanum bon sa no a we dey 2 cases uti kono no ba na twekọ emwa wo emwa da bi asasem we ameka se adwumam ha ebi ebetomre bi no efo bi adwuma Oheneba Boamah Bennie anu Sane bia for adwuma but winya adre bi Solak ubowura ho a obeboama ne omapa atumi akoso oye anwo e ma na broso wonan wonsa yade bia prostrate ne nyina fabra ho e clinic kase wo de toto ho a abibiduro mu de kolebunu no ombo moden pa wo wonka ha yakokomlemle Castle Road obe Harvard Senior High School no e ho efe pa freno ena Kumase eye Kentin Krono Kumase Kentin Krono one self filling station no edin hwere mu Kaswa Old Market second bus stop e ho na obe hu no freno 0553 932631 0553 932631 Spanish garlic mixture and the capsules and then no Spanish garlic capsules and ano pay na edro no ekurawo a asesika oko gold uhuya hwa e bon garlic pa eno bi me no baako ena me nom Spanish ginkgo capsules no eno so me no baako eda no Oheneba ba ha no man bi no se eya me no mfra te me no we baako no ma no we baako no kura ni nyame anim ne me frosters ya na makoma eye tuato nanso ene me de trotten ene de froye na me ye akoma no exercise ahwe no kura ni nyame anim ni eduro ne tiapo Spanish garlic mixture ene the capsules wona sia tatai hypertension calcium roso obesity no cholesterol bad one arthritis ene yade ahodo no wunya bia ebo pa Spanish garlic mixture ene the capsules your Spanish ginkgo capsules no your strategy every ginkgo biloba mo wadaroma increase wadwene no ekwanye faso ye na dwuma eboama mental sharpness no eye adwuma ebo wakoma ho ban cardiovascular health no emani gina so yie efe ekuta anti-aging property it wono mo a ema wonim ye srochen wadaroma pebi nanom ye friend Spanish ginkgo capsules na nonum bi na ho ebeto obetumi afrom 0266 114111 0266 114111 yensanko honorable hobiem na yenhwe these issues too no a akano na yenhwe one NPP automatically the biggest liar in Ghana Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia waje fans wo entro no waje award Google for award no without a bodini no as the biggest liar in the whole Ghana no ya waka say oba school feeding program ene ye beye no digital nanso ene school feeding kura no atwam no ene de oso obekye kwada na laptops no mayi textbooks free ho iti social studies ya na da so o click pa na ebie na wo yusu iti students ni nyina obia eba benya bi na wo de esua ade. This is the policy a omoso omode eba honorable unu abema Bawumia ena working ena pensioners bond holders no omo sign application biem so the two of them no yan kamum na yan kele no nko
You know, let me try and be very snappy and quick with them. As for Dr. Boamah, to borrow the words and the proverb of Honorable A.B.A. Fuseni, he's a man who has died in the market. You don't need to announce his funeral. Everybody knows that he is somebody who, when he greets you good morning in the when he meets you and greets you good morning, you have to check the position of the sun before you respond to him. Because I mean, I've said it that I cringe sometimes when I watch him do some of the things that he does desperately for power, like you said, oh yeah, me bra penny. But the things that he does sometimes are like, you are disgracing all of us. Stop, you know. But the truth is that these are the people who have said that NDC and any plans, the alternative, empty. Meanwhile, every step of the way, your vision continue to guide and rule this country.
Wow.
I mean, only yesterday and 2 days ago, they celebrated World, what do you call it, Sanitary Pads Day. When the NDC had the vision of giving secondary school girls free sanitary pads. What didn't they say about John Mahama? Thank you.
Yeah.
Today, how many campaigns are being waged calling on government to make sure that they will make sanitary pads free? That's the vision of the NDC. RLG laptops. How many did we share in this country? Almost every student at the time who was in tertiary level at the time got these laptops. I know a lot of people who, but for that laptop, they would not have been able to finish their, project work in school. What didn't they say about it? And when they came, their best idea was buying past questions for students. That's their best idea. Yam top Pascoma, students. And Oheneba, because there's no time, let me just share with you what is contained in the NDC 2020 manifesto.
Okay.
Which again, it's okay. I mean, they should copy from us. They should let once they are in power, if they even implement the NDC manifesto,
the People's
Manifesto, I mean, it is going to help the country. Page 70. It says, that's K. Under secondary education, the next NDC government will provide students and teachers with free tablets loaded with relevant content to facilitate teaching and learning. That was in the People's Manifesto. That was in the People's Manifesto. They have just gone to pick it without thinking thoroughly about it. I hope, as usual, they will not use it as a means of, siphoning money and engaging in corruption and not doing it well. If they do it well there, it's okay. It is something that we have thought about and that we're going to do. In fact, it's not the only thing. Maybe let me add this one to them so they can take it up. Tertiary level. We're going to provide tertiary level students with laptop. I mean, there's the secondary was tablets, and then we decided that the tertiary level to deserve support, because like I said, they need these things for their project work. So tertiary education. The next NDC government will, I think that is provide free laptops to tertiary students to facilitate participation in virtual classes and all of that. And that's also on page 74 of the People's Manifesto. So when they sit down and say, we don't have a vision, we don't have alternatives, we are not yet they are copying and taking small from the alternative. And they are beginning to even see that we, before they could think, we had thought.
But anyway, I was here a day, People's Manifesto, no day to say, 40 years development plan.
Then we just give it to the NDPC so that they can present. Because everything is in this manifesto. That's why as a party, all we are doing is just going through it to see, where we need to improve upon. Otherwise, we don't need to do much to the People's Manifesto. It remains a very, very, powerful document that we'll use. On the bondholders, because we don't have much time, I think that it is heartbreaking. I mean, no matter how callous you are, when you watch the old men and women, picket at the finance ministry, your heart will break. Especially when you listen to their harrowing stories. Some of them depend on this coupon payment to buy their medications so that they can sustain life. And it is so heartbreaking. But these are people who have lived a responsible life. They did not use their money to weak economy. Like they invested it.
Or to bath in the air.
Yes, or to bath in the air, those things. Or to sewa brony themselves. They took the pain to invest these money so that in their old age, they will not have to be dependent on others. Now they have been forced by our government's recklessness and mismanagement and corruption to become dependent on other people. So when you watch them, you can't help but, have your heart break. And I think that this government must stop playing games with them and pay them their money. And see, it becomes difficult, Oheneba, to have this conversation without remembering why we are where we are. Okay, 2018-2019, Honorable Arthur Forson predicted that the way these people were managing our economy, that if we are not careful, the economy will sink to the level of the 80s and 70s, late 70s. Okay. He said there may be hunger because, and today look at all the indicators. It is just the kind of indicators we had in the late 70s and 80s. It's the same. The only thing we haven't experienced yet is the extreme hunger, because that's what the hunger is there. That's why people are now doing, 100 or 001. Oh, yes. The hunger is there. It's just the extreme that we haven't gotten to. Go to our ports today. Essential goods are no longer coming in. That's why the ports are empty. Chicken importers are all, not bringing them in. And it is all because this government was just reckless in managing, our economy. Because they say to whom much is given, much is expected. If you look at the level that we have found ourselves, inflation 54, now coming down, but, the impact, you still go and buy this water today and tomorrow you are not sure if you get it at the same price. Unemployment, double digits, never seen before in our history. And yet, look at the amount of money that came to them. Unprecedented amounts of money came to them. Why? The previous government had, I'll just use in local terms, one oil well that they were using to manage the economy. By the time they left office, through their hard work with the one well, they added 2 wells to it and handed it over to you. They introduced new tax handles that people will contribute money to you, ESLA, and handed it over to you. They increased our ports so that more goods can come in for you to take revenue and handed over to you. So you were getting more money from the oil, from the ports, and then from the taxes. And that wasn't enough. You still went out and you borrowed about 500 billion. 500 billion. And added to the 100 billion that you came to meet. I mean, with the one oil well, the NDC just borrowed around, 60 to 70 billion. And Boamah said we shouldn't sleep at the time. Today, they have done 500 billion to add to even the money that they were getting internally as internal revenue. And had made savings. And even the COVID, they say, is the problem. Around the COVID time, Omunya more than 22 billion because of COVID. Because at least the Auditor General report told us 22 billion came. So Omunya more than 22 billion. Today, World Bank that we are chasing, the money they will give us will not be up to 22 billion. So you buy an So they must do everything they can to find money to pay this, at least these pensioners. It is heartbreaking watching them picket every day.
Thank you. One abo Alhassa Sweeney, and then Yenesia Nedin Comono, Chedia Punyame, Wishrano, say no ye blessing to you. Now, once when you had to pass and Jumedi Yadebremo. The Gumbe show, Mediano Oheneba Boamah Bennie, and faster than Farmer Abuafo Moboy, Emmanuel Usu and the Big Mike, the producers for this show, Software Prince, Waha Evers, Willie, and Kofi the boy, and all with my friend Kofi is a boy. And also, and Yima, Emmanuel, Yima, what you're sending Yima, Oni Abodre, almost so Elho, Ralph Elho, and Bakuna Mekasa, and Mihuno had a social Fidino, and also and hobby. Omina Daroma, and a cabo one, Yadijumadi, and the Sumo. Yami Abdma, Thursday. Yabasa Trust, and yet the Gumbe show at the Abremo, Yakramuna.